Hello everybody and welcome back to Lewis and Ben.
Save the world.
Today we're back playing a new deck that I found in Magic.
What have you got for me?
It's 5 colours.
I'm already terrified.
It says...
It's called I don't even know. What madness
Well, this
have
is
you got?
it. I saw this on the top of MTG Goldfish.
Okay.
It's like... and I copy-pasted it in because you can import decks now. So I
Ah,
copy-pasted
that's
it
nice.
in. I was wanted to try that out.
Yeah.
And then I had a go. I played this about 3 games last night. I lost every single game. So I was like, what am I doing? So I looked up the guy who made it, and it's this guy called Ali Aintrazi, who's pretty famous.
Okay.
Blue mage.
Yeah.
He's a
real-life Magic the Gathering wizard.
He is. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep this deck.
Yeah. 5 colours, always a brain bender.
So it's called Rainbow Lich.
Okay.
And the idea is that you turn into a lich, Ben. I don't know.
I like liches.
Liches. Do you know liches get stitches, though? Because they are undead.
Because bits of them fall off, and they need looking after.
So
remember to stitch a lich where you live today.
So the combo, apparently, okay, so basically, this is the idea. So Lich's Mastery
Right.
is a legendary enchantment, mythic. Oh, it's not mythic, it's just a normal rare. Hexproof, though, so once it's played,
Yep.
can't be gotten rid of. And it says you can't lose the game, Ben.
Sweet.
That's all.
That's all I need to know. Stop there.
Okay, I won't tell
Can't
you any
lose the
more
game.
about that. I don't think you want to know any more about it. Holy
So it
crap.
sounds like all I need to know is we play that card and win.
Yeah, so what am I going to do? I think I do want to play this Shockland at some point and try not to shock myself too much. I'm against blue.
No, that's fine. We've got time. They're going to faff us.
But I've seen this deck before, and this deck involves sneaking through damage on your face,
Right.
which then gives him things like extra cards and stuff, or like lets him cast spells of yours, which is not really what we want to do.
Well, we've got no removal.
I don't really have any way to remove, but I'm wondering how quick I want to go, whether I want to revitalise immediately. So I think I probably do. So I'm going to play the Sunpelt Grove. I'm going to revitalise on his turn.
Okay.
But yeah, the other words on Lich's Mastery are whenever you gain life, draw that many cards, which is why these are in the deck. So these are not
that's
great
suddenly
cards.
a draw of 4 cards.
Yeah, so that's great when you've got Lich's Mastery up. However, when you lose life, for every 1 life, you have to discard a card out of your hand, graveyard, or battlefield. So if you're not careful...
Yes, you really want to fill your graveyard with stuff.
So I'm going to let him try and hit me down to about 1 life. But in a perfect...
Perfect world.
In a perfect world. I'm going to play Revitalise just to draw a card. Because I think I can do without both. I've got a lot of land in here, which is great because it's going to start ticking all up. I'm going to put the shock land down.
Interesting, he didn't cast anything that turn.
I know, but he might cast it at the end of my turn.
Of course, yeah,
so
he's blue.
He's blue
after
mage.
all.
So it might... Oh, no, okay, so that is interesting, though.
It means he's only got big stuff or removal.
Well, I've got mostly lands.
Yeah, we'd have to be really careful of his counters.
Well, this is a counter. Start. Counter target
Oh.
spell or ability that targets you or a creature.
It's just a living counter spell.
Incidentally, this is a legendary enchantment that targets me.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting. Magic the Gathering, guys.
Do we want to revitalise?
I don't know whether I want to keep it for when I throw down the Lich's Mastery. And I think I might do. I haven't got 2 black, so I'm thinking on my turn I'm thinking of playing a black mana and then possibly saving it for Vraska's Contempt. And while I keep ramping up to the eventual Lich's Mastery.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, we're not in a hurry to do Lich's Mastery.
We're not.
Like, we don't want to put it out as fast as possible because we want to use up as much of our life as possible.
We need to play it at the right time. So I'll show you the other part of the combo shortly. So, like I said before, or maybe I didn't. You want to basically in this deck. You want to. The win condition isn't in the deck. I have to search for it outside my deck with this.
That's
so.
cheating.
This card lets me. No, it's not. Choose a card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. It does sound like cheating,
What?
actually, doesn't it?
Can I just bring an Ace of Spades?
He's got 5 mana, Ben. This is
Yeah,
madness.
He must just have counters and removal.
So I'm going to now do the classic blue mage of jumpstart, draw 2 cards. Because I feel like... he might want to negate this, actually.
He's going to counter it, yeah. I
Or
bet
get
he
rid
is.
of it. No. So he must have counters, but maybe this is bad for me. Maybe my Lich's Mastery is going to get countered.
Well, don't cast it till you know you can.
Yeah, I guess so. Still, he's going to have to be aggressive with me too. And I can also jumpstart this next turn.
Although we're getting to max hand size pretty soon.
But that's actually okay, because I can discard lands into my graveyard, which
that's
helps
true.
me when I
Which
turn
keeps
into
you
a
alive
Lich.
longer. Yeah.
So that's actually not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to do it now. Just discard this Watery Grave. I've got enough sort of blue anyway, I think. Yeah, so okay, this is quite complicated, but eventually the idea is that you'll hopefully see there's a card I've also got in here called Chance for Glory.
I remember that one.
Now, Chance for Glory, it lets you... it's like a Boros card. It's like a red-white card that hopefully we'll be able to put up on screen, and if we don't make it through this deck. But it lets you take an additional turn, but then if you don't win in that turn, you lose the game.
Right, but you can't lose if you're a Lich.
You can't lose the game. It literally says you can't lose the game.
So while you've got Lich's Mastery out, Chance for Glory is just have a free turn.
Exactly, which is really cool. So cool. I've also got cards in this deck that let me bring back instants from my graveyard, so I can keep getting a free turn. And that's the basics.
And then you have the infinite game.
Yeah, so eventually I want to be in an infinite loop. We'll let him go and attack. I mean, I'm really surprised about this, whatever's happening here.
Yeah, I don't know what his game is.
It must be counterspells.
Maybe he's just got loads of land.
I think it must just be full of counterspells, Ben. Which is really scary. I think one of the big weaknesses of this deck is actually the...
getting the key cards countered.
Yeah. So he's letting me draw quite happily. I feel like I can probably chuck some of this stuff out of here shortly.
Well, do you want to cast the Conjecture?
So the Conjecture is the one which lets me get instants and sorceries back from my graveyard. Now, I don't really want to do that until I have something to bring back out.
Yeah.
But also, I'd have to probably discard it anyway. Also, it would tap me out, and I really want to be able to contempt this if he does something fancy. I can keep this and just discard down this harbour. Yeah, since everything else draws me cards, and I don't really want to risk playing this yet.
No.
I'm not really ready for it.
No, there's no need for it yet. You don't have any of the cards to back it up. You've got plenty of life to burn.
But maybe I could just play it to draw out a counterspell, and then find another one, you know? Oh, this is very nervous. This is very... He's not going to beat me down, Ben, with
cagey game.
He's not going to beat me down. He's got nothing in his graveyard. He's not cast any draw spells either. Like, as a blue mage, do you think... Be a lot of draw stuff. What is going on?
Weird.
Maybe he's got Charter Course. No, maybe not. Okay. I could afford to do a... I don't really want to... I want to save this for if I can stick a Lich's Mastery or use it when this gets counterspelled. I think I can afford to do one. I think I can afford to do one. Let's just draw a card. Why not? And then I can at least Mirari it back out if I want. I've got another Mirari, which I did. All right. Let's slap a Mirari and see whether he counterspells it. Because he might think this is too weird for me.
Yeah, there we go. Sabotage.
I was sort of expecting that, actually, and I'm glad we got rid of a
yeah, because that was not a key spell that we needed.
No. It was not. And at this point, actually, it's okay to be in the graveyard because I've got a way... If I have one in my hand and one in my graveyard, I can do the combo.
Oh, okay.
So the combo is have a Lich's Mastery on the board, do a Chance for Glory to get the extra turn, and then cast Mirari and use a Mastermind. I'll show you. Yeah.
But he's going to get rid of one of them now. We're going to Thoughts Erased.
He's going to look at... He's probably going to chuck my Lich's Mastery, I'm guessing.
Or the Mastermind's Acquisition.
Yeah, one of those two. But he's at the moment he's thinking, what the hell?
Yeah, he's just looking at his hand going, what is this deck?
He might not have an idea.
I'd be pretty boggled if I looked at your hand.
But this one's got a legendary border, you see, and he's going to think this looks pretty important. But he might be reading it. You know, he might be thinking, what is all this text?
Yeah, I'd never seen it
This
before.
looks like an amazing... Oh, no, hang on a second. It's a terrible card.
It's very confusing. What's this all about?
So I don't think I've really explained...
What did he get rid of?
He got rid of the other Conjecture, which is actually not ideal for me. But I do have a way to get it back out, but it's not...
Oh, it's the boy!
Right,
Revitalize, right?
I think we want to chuck...
Settle the wreckage.
We can chuck the Settle, I suppose.
You just want to contempt him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, he can play Nicol Bolas next turn,
evolve
so
him
it
next
feels
turn.
like this is not helpful. I'd rather just Vraska's Contempt here. How many cards have I got in there? 8. So I could Lich's Mastery now. If he hits me for 5, I lose 5 cards out here, which isn't the worst. I can lose 5 lands easy. And then...
What's the benefit?
well, I can draw 2 with Vraska's, draw 4 with this, and then I can start that ball rolling. I'll hopefully have a chance for glory. I'll be able to get the ramp going and start going crazy. And I might be able to stick this because he's only got the one blue mana. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think we stick it now.
That's what the deck's all about.
We're gonna stick this.
This feels early, you know.
We've
got a lot of life.
It is early. We might as well play that because
because it's up. We can just still discard it the same.
And we can.
Oh, we still got enough mana for that. Okay, sweet. Draw 4 cards.
So fuck it. Let's draw 4. Because why not? Cool. Right. So we've got another Lich's Mastery, which we don't want, so we can discard that. He's got enough to transform this into the Planeswalker, but that actually doesn't change anything.
We can still Vraska it, can't we?
Yeah, we discard 5 cards out of our graveyard now, which is not fantastic, but we can do it.
There's a whole bunch of land in there.
We can chuck away Overgrown Tomb, we can chuck away Hinterland Harbour. This is actually not the best UI. See, when they built this card, they didn't really expect many people to play it.
Yeah, they haven't built the UI around
it. We can chuck a Revitalise. There we go. Cool. And we think we have to chuck 1 more card. Yeah. So we'll chuck a Settle. I don't think we're going to be able to dig both of those Miraris back out, but we might be able to. There are like a couple of ways that we can deal with it.
Thought Erasure.
That's not ideal. He's not going to chuck out Lich's Mastery. He's going to chuck
Vraska's
Contempt almost certainly.
He'd be crazy not to.
That lets him convert his Bolas into a thing.
Well, there isn't got enough mana to do it now.
Yeah. Okay, he chucked the Settle the Wreckage.
Oh, that's
bizarrely.
weird.
I think he wants to maybe beat me down with Bolas rather than convert
So what happens when it's Bolas just a 4/4 flyer? Yeah. And then when he transforms.
No, this is not ideal.
Oh well. We
Still.
could Gift of Paradise to draw.
Gift of Paradise does draw us 3,
or
which is pretty effective.
Yeah.
We could obviously Contempt.
No, but he's got the counter spells. Like he can just get rid of that Siren.
Oh yeah, sacrifice storms counter target spell ability to targets a creature you control. Yeah, you're right, Ben. I completely forgot about that. We could acquisition into a Cleansing Nova, which does work. So we can search our library for a card, and he'll probably counterspell this, but that's okay. No, he didn't. So we can find a Cleansing Nova and just kill his 2 creatures, which might be okay. We could start doing the extra turns. We could get Mirari's Conjecture, but I think this is sort of what we need this other Conjecture. But we also need another one of these. We need a lot of cards, actually. Yeah. So I think maybe we just kill the Bolas for now, because we know we can, right? If we shock ourselves with this Temple Garden.
Okay, well, we can get rid of those Lich's Masteries.
Yeah, we can, because they're pretty useless. We're never going to need these. So one way to kill Lich's Mastery is Cleansing Nova, because you can destroy all artifacts and enchantments. I think we just want to zap this before we start losing too many things. Next turn we can draw.
He's going to counter it.
Where
is he? No! Hurrah!
So maybe he doesn't run that many counters.
Maybe he was relying on the Sirens. Built-in counter.
Wow, he's got Armsy. But he knows we've got a Veracity Contempt, so that's an interesting play. Right, we can draw 3.
Yes.
And we can get ourselves an extra turn if we're greedy. But I think we should draw 3 first of all.
Yeah.
We'll
we should make sure we tap. Yeah, we tap the lands before we cast Gift of Paradise.
Yeah.
Need green.
Get a green. What do we actually need to cast? We need 2 black. 1 black, 2 black. Okay, we've got plenty of everything actually here.
And we Gift of Paradise, what? The green, white?
Stick it on. I don't think it actually is too worrisome. That's going to draw us 3 cards, which is ideal. And this will draw us 2 more. So this will give us 5 cards.
We've got 7 mana.
It's happening. We're going to kill Armsy, because I think we sort of have to.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll... so he's going to surveil a random amount. Now, I don't know how much he wants to surveil before Armsy dies, but obviously this will let him dig into another Armsy or another.
He's just going to digitally find something he likes.
Yeah, I mean, he could always. I mean, he knows that we've not really got any face damage.
Yeah, so his life he can spend quite freely.
So he can quite happily dig all the way
until he finds whatever he needs. He's just letting this Armsy have his way with him.
Yeah,
he's getting fingered all over. He's getting poked in the eye. He's just getting the full Armsy experience.
Maybe I've been too panicky with my plays in this, but I feel like it's
going
actually
well.
okay.
We've got the Lich up. We're not taking damage.
Now, okay, we could now chance for glory.
Just have another turn.
And then, or we could give him a turn. Now, I think maybe we give him a turn.
Thing is, he's kind of tapped out, and we don't think he's got any counter spells.
Yeah.
So now's probably the time to push it, right?
Yeah, maybe. So shall we just have a chance for glory? And then see if we could, because we might just be able to like hammer and draw a bunch more.
Let's give it a go.
All right, fine. Let's draw. Let's have another go.
Oh,
We'll take another.
he just gave up. He just gave up.
So
he saw the combo. Do you reckon he read that and was just like, "Oh, I get the combo now"? He suddenly realised.
So I'll show you the deck very quickly because like I don't think we really saw it very well.
But we saw it just starting to happen.
Yeah. So the idea is that you can get these chance for glories. Okay. The idea is that you have one Mirari Conjecture, or both of them available to play, or one in the graveyard and one in your hand. Now, what you can do is you can use Mastermind's Acquisition to pull out of your sideboard a Nature Spiral. And because that's a sorcery, you can use that Nature Spiral, one Chance for Glory, and 2 Mirari Conjectures.
To have infinite turns.
Yeah.
Because every turn, you say, I'm going to have another turn.
I'm going to have another turn.
And I'm going to play the Conjecture to get the card back.
Yeah, and because those 2 Mirari Conjectures, one of them draws you an instant, one of them draws you a sorcery.
Yeah.
And when you have that rotating, you're drawing back the Chance for Glory and the Nature Spiral every turn.
Every turn.
But on the third turn, your Nature Spiral and your Chance for Glory will go off twice.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting.
Does the Chance for Glory work twice? Do you get 2 extra turns?
Or
do you just get 1 extra turn?
It does actually trigger 2 extra turns in a row, so you can stack a bunch of turns in a row.
So you have an infinite loop.
Yeah, and then what you do is...
But how do you actually deal damage?
Well, then you have to search for, which again, you just... when you've got enough turns, you just search for a win condition. So the win conditions are, for example, Carnage Tyrants. You can just play one of them down.
Oh, can't be counted. Perfect.
And then you've got infinite turns to hit him in the face.
Right.
But the other classic is Banefire. Again, because it's a sorcery, you can just pull it out. And so usually Banefire, just Banefire for 10.
Right.
Have another turn, Banefire for 10. It's like pretty impactful. But if they've healed up to like 70 or something, you need to sort of do something different. The other danger is that you can sometimes get very low on stuff in your library if you're taking a lot of turns.
Yes.
But usually if you've got infinite turns, 10 turns is enough to kill anything.
Yeah.
But actually the difficulty with this deck I've found is more actually
surviving long enough,
acquiring the combo. And so often you have to sort of start going off even though you don't have the combo, like we did there.
Yeah.
We started going off.
Because once you got the Lich out, you start drawing faster.
Yeah.
And then you can just hope you get the right cards.
Exactly. So I was hoping I'd draw into another acquisition to get hold of the Spiral to bring back the Mirari Conjecture, to bring back a Spiral, to cast Spiral twice, to bring back enough Conjectures to get me back.
If I was just handed this deck with no explanation,
that's what happened to me yesterday.
I don't think I'd figure out what the hell I was meant to do with it.
I'd always do that. I just copy paste in decks, and I give them a go, and
but it would take me so long of playing this deck to figure out what the trick was.
It's absolutely mind-boggling.
Total madness.
So it's a really fun deck. That is us for today.
That's a good one.
Thanks for watching. Thank you. Shout out to Ali Eldrazi, who's the
do you think it just started with
guy who came up with this?
He saw Lich's Mastery and was like, you can't lose the game. And then he saw Chance for Glory and was like, ooh, these two work together well. How do I make this a thing?
Yeah.
And just built it from that little seed.
It's amazing that there's enough cards in Standard to let you create these cool things. So yeah, that's our video for today. Thanks everyone. We'll be back next time with another deck tech. Until then, goodbye.
Bye.